welcome to this week's edition of NASCAR Kids View. I'm your host, John Breeden, with my co-host, Nicholas Breeden. And Nicholas, it seems like you're in your own little world, like you're orbiting yourself.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, anyways, the winner of the Pure Michigan 400 was Greg Biffle after Jimmie Johnson blew his engine with just 6 laps to go. Greg Biffle was able to hold Brad Keselowski off on a green-white checkered finish. Now, Greg Biffle has 2 wins this season, coming at Texas and Michigan. Do you think Greg Biffle can win the championship?
No, and here's why. Greg Biffle, who didn't even make the chase last year, he didn't even have a win in last year, but now he's dying. But I don't see Greg Biffle in the championship this year. So, no, I don't think Greg Biffle will win in the championship this year.
Well, he's got 2 wins this year, coming at Texas and Michigan. He's the points leader, as he took it away from Jimmie Johnson, who blew his engine in the race after Jeff Gordon, Jimmie Johnson's teammate, and Tony Stewart, who was using Hendrick Motorsports engines. Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon were both in the garage because of engine troubles. And Jimmie Johnson, leading with just 6 laps to go, blew his engine after he's going for his first win at Michigan. Now, Jimmie Johnson, he fell from 1st to 4th, kind of like what Dale Jr. did after he spun at Watkinsville and he fell from 1st to 4th in points. Where do you think Jimmie Johnson can rebound at?
I think he can rebound next week at Bristol. Jimmie Johnson used to do horrible at that track, but after he won in 2010 and at Bristol, he's like the king at Bristol. So I think Jimmie Johnson can rebound at Bristol.
He does have 1 win there, coming at 2010, the Food City 500 in spring, just the 5th race of that season. How about an impressive day by Paul Menard, finishing the top 10 yesterday in Michigan, and now moves up to 15th in points. Now, do you think Paul Menard can win a race this year and get a wildcard spot?
No, I don't think Paul Menard can get a wildcard spot. And here's why. I don't see Paul Menard in the championship this year. And he won last year. That was pretty good. But I still don't see Paul Menard around that wildcard spot.
Paul Menard's 15th in points, and he's got Bristol, Atlanta, and Richmond coming up. He is the 2011 Brickyard 400 winner, which is his only career victory here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Well, Clint Bowyer and Martin Truex Jr. are 2 out of the 3 Michael Waltrip racing cars in the top 10 in points. Clint Bowyer has 1 win coming at Sonoma, and Martin Truex Jr. is so close to that first win of the season. Now, a couple weeks ago on our Sonoma show, I asked you, can Michael Waltrip Racing, one of the Michael Waltrip racing cars, win the championship? You said you were looking up and you were thinking about it. Have you looked up and thought about it yet?
Yes, I have. And no, I don't think they can win. One of the Michael Waltrip Racing drivers can win it, because one of the team drivers have 1 win, and that's Clint Bowyer. The other 2 don't. Like Martin Truex Jr., he hasn't won in 5 years. And Martin, he's run a limited schedule this year. So I don't see Michael Waltrip Racing winning the championship this year.
I thought Mark Martin was going to win yesterday after he had that scary crash. He slid through pit road. And, well, he started on the pole. He had a fast car and tough luck after he led the first 54 laps of the race. Well, so we'll see if Michael, I'm sorry, I'm just choking up. Anyways, Carl Edwards was the runner-up last year in the championship standings. 1 win last year at Las Vegas, and right now sits 11th in points with no wins, and is looking to get in the championship hunt with just 3 races to go. Can he get a wildcard spot? Now, he's 33 points out of the championship, the top 10. Do you think Carl Edwards can get in the top 10 or get a wildcard spot, or what do you think?
No, like I said, I don't think Carl Edwards can win the champ.
Sorry, that was my little brother in the shot. You were saying?
No, I don't think Carl Edwards can make the chase this year. Like I said, he's not, because he dropped dropped like a rock this year, and he won't make the chase because last year he came so close, like what Jimmy Johnson happened last year. He dropped like a rock in points after not winning the championship that year. So I don't think Carl Edwards can make the chase this year.
Well, Carl Edwards is 11th in points with no wins, so we'll see if he can get a win in these final 3 races. Now, who do you think will win the Sharpie 500?
You know, I say he's going to rebound on that at Bristol. Jimmy Johnson is going to victory lane.
Well, you picked Marcus Ambrose a couple weeks ago at Watkins Glen, and he won the race, and then you got Dale Jr. at Michigan, so you've been beating me lately. Anyways, the winner at Bristol will be Clint Boyer. He will get his 2nd win of the season and his 2nd win for Michael Waltrip Racing and get extra bonus points heading into the chase. Well, that's it from NASCAR Kids View. I'm your host, Tom Breeden, my co-host, Nicholas Breeden. We'll see you next week.